Hey guys, welcome to the Jody Halo Show. I appreciate you tuning in tonight. Hope you're staying at home and staying safe. Wanted to start off tonight by telling you what's coming up on the show. We're going to be talking a little bit about who I am and why I'm doing this. We're also going to be talking about a band that's a blast from the past that I love, that I want to turn some of you guys onto, called Sponge, that we had on our show Breaking Underground. I want to be talking about my old band, Halo Stereo, that brought me here today. Also going to be talking about a new band that I love, my buddy Kenny Collette's band, DEADRNGR, and a little bit of who he is and what he's up to here in Tallahassee. Be sure as well, if you like what you're seeing, to give us a like and subscribe here on YouTube. If you don't like what you're seeing, leave us your grievances at the bottom of the page. We like feedback. We want to know how we're doing. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. And at the top of the show this evening, I'm going to tell you who I am. For those of you who don't know, my name is actually Jody Hicks. I go by Jody Halo because it's easier to find online, and because I wanted to pay tribute to a band that I was in for several years that I love, called Halo Stereo, which led me to this path in life to be part of the music industry and to stay in the music industry. So that band I'm going to introduce you to a little bit tonight. My best friend and I started it when we first went to college and signed on a record label called Sonic Sorbet, owned by Bill Como, who produced our first record and took us from a band to understanding how to really perform and play, which ultimately led to us getting a record deal, ultimately led to us touring. We signed a very lucrative licensing and publishing deal because of that. We played South by Southwest and played the Viper Room in LA and Sullivan Hall in New York. We got to tour a couple years, almost 250 days out of the year, full time. We got to play in Korea and Japan. And it led to so many opportunities and introduced us to so many characters, and is a very big part of who I am today. So I want you guys to check this out. I want to set up this song, Blindfold. I'm going to play you the original music video, but the song was actually featured a few years back in a Walter Hill film called The Assignment that features Michelle Rodriguez and Sigourney Weaver. The film is awesome. It's on Amazon Prime, and you can check out our song and a very hot scene that Michelle Rodriguez is doing. But I really want you guys to take a chance, go over to Spotify and check us out. We have a complete works there, Apple Music, that's on YouTube and those things. And check out those guys, because it was a real team effort. And it led to so many opportunities. I wanted to start off with that, so you guys can see kind of what we did. Walter Hill is truly amazing film director as well, and writer and producer. He did one of my favorite movies, cult classic The Warriors, which you guys could check out. And really my favorite thing he did was he did a lot of the episodes of Tales from the Crypt back in the day on HBO, when The Crypt Keeper, which is one of my favorites. So anyway, I'll set that up. We shot this video with Dustin Marcianello, and we did this out in the Cedars of Lebanon. And so check this video out and give us a like and a subscribe if you like what you see.
Tears are crying for me, but only for a story. Oh, keep the lights on for me. I can hear good morning. Tears are crying for me, but only for a story.
Now that I've introduced you to my band, Halo Stereo, I want to take you back to a television show I did in Murray, Kentucky, where we, as a Halo Stereo, got to open up for this incredible band at McFadden's in downtown Nashville called Sponge. They were in a very, very cool movie called Empire Records, and this is an interview that I did with them and some clips from their performance. Last up tonight, we have a very special guest on our show. We got to travel down to Nashville to hook up with Sponge, a band who's seen it all, and record them playing at McFadden's downtown. See what they had to say.
Cigarette stains on your hand. Little flowers in a vase. You ready to kick, bro? Watch. See the lipstick on your glass. Being drunk, I start to laugh.
Hey guys, we're here back in Breaking Underground with Sponge. Well, I appreciate you guys making time to come out here. What do you think of Nashville? Have you been back here recently to Nashville? Or?
You know, over the years, we've been here a dozen times to play shows. Always a blast. Cliffy's birthday party tonight. Here we are, McFadden's. It's going to be so hot.
Nice.
It's going to be so hot. 30 years old.
Well, we do a show here, you know, where we have some emerging artists on, and they're looking for ways to get out there, you know, and break their careers and all. So when you guys are kind of coming up,
I'm trying to demolish my career. To break it.
Oh, really?
Crush it, yeah.
Nice. Well, when you were coming up and you were starting out as a band, how did you guys really get your break?
You got to know people.
You gotta know people.
You got to know people who are a big deal.
Well, I mean, back, you know, do you mean like back, you know, nowadays it's like touring is, you know, the consistent thing with an
It's
artist?
one of those really, really well. It's just pick one of those and do it really, really well. Either write the best song, or if you can't write songs, look like nobody else. Or if you're going to do the touring thing, you better have the biggest following out there. If you don't do one of those things really, really well.
I think another one was a little bit more like truistic, though, and it's like, just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, for God's sakes. But everybody wants to do it. You know, they see what's going on out there. They all want a piece of it, you know? And we get asked that question once in a while, not often, but you sit and go, why would you get started? You know, your intentions initially are just like, you want to write songs, man. You want to play music, and that really is about it. You know what I mean? As far as like a business plan, like if we were a bunch of guys looking for an investor to walk into a bank and say, we got a business plan, there was no business plan. It was all about just making music, you know what I mean? And that's really, you know, I think the agenda.
Well, I mean, obviously, to your fans that are out there that have followed you throughout the years, you know, that keep up with you and really listen for your music, what kind of direction musically do you think maybe you'll take in the future as you guys are writing new stuff?
I think people think of Sponge like it's a brand, you know, and they have a certain thing they expect from us, you know what I mean? And to try to stay true to that and make records that sound like the group, that's a challenge. You know, I mean, we could go and do dubstep Sponge music tomorrow, you know what I mean? However, you know, it's like, I'm not sure the world's ready for that. So we just try to, you know, the goal is maybe finishing up our EP, make it a full record, get in a room, play some songs like the old days, you know what I mean? With everybody in the room together and record a couple songs. That's a challenge, you know? As odd as it sounds, that's a challenge. To do it like live, to do it natural, you know?
Absolutely. Very organically. I think that attitude is lost a lot here recently because of maybe the digital age that we're in or something, you know, the maybe record sales deteriorating or something to do with all of that. But I really think that attitude's important these days, that a lot of, you know, like you're saying, pick one good spot to go in, do a great record.
Tell a good story. Absolutely. Tell a true and believable story. Or not true, but believable.
Be sure to check these guys out. Where can we go and find you online right now?
SpongeTheBand.com. We're on Facebook.
Twitter. Oh, I'm sorry. Twitter. Is MySpace done? Is it not cool to say MySpace anymore?
No, say it, definitely.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah,
right,
MySpace.
Because it's still big in like Chile. Here at the Jody Halo Show, we survive solely off donors and sponsors like you. So please be sure, if you can, to donate to our Cash App, Venmo, or our PayPal account. We also have merch for sale on Dizzy Jam. And be sure to support our artists by streaming their music on Apple, or Tidal, or Fiverr. Actually, you can also advertise on our show. Or go to our Fiverr account, fiverr.com/The Jody Halo Show, and reach out to us there. And finally tonight, what we do here at the Jody Halo Show, we're introducing you to a band that rocks. And this is my buddy Kenny Collette. He's from here in Tallahassee, Florida. His band is called DEADRNGR. He really turned me on to some great stuff he was doing. He had a band called Lazarus Wild, where he was the front man. Incredible vocalist, a little reminiscent of Radiohead, but aggressive. This project, DEADRNGR, just hits it for me on all levels of rock, from arrangement to loudness to attitude. He's got it all. Kenny is also a very, very talented craftsman barber here in town at Chop Barbershop. Make sure that you're going and supporting those guys. There's a website where you can go ahead and book an appointment. I think I'm due one as well. I got my hair all slicked back right now because I've been in quarantine, and I hope you are too. But as we leave this evening and the show, make sure that you check out DEADRNGR and Kenny Collette.
place for naughty people just like yourself. Always thinking like you're always keeping all your dirty secrets for someone else. Go lock them in the basement now. There's a place for naughty people just like yourself. Always thinking like you're always keeping all your dirty secrets for someone else. Go lock them in the basement now. There's a place for naughty people just like yourself. Always thinking like you're always keeping all your dirty secrets for someone else.
Thanks again for joining us this week. Be sure to tune in next week. We're going to bring you more music. We're going to bring you more stories. Probably going to play a little bit live next week. And please give us a like and subscribe. Check out all of our stuff. Check out DEADRNGR, Lazarus Wild, Chop Barbershop. See you next time.